Does that match my hair? Dude, these two right here match my hair. I'm just saying, just, It's gonna be okay. By the way, this is one of the cheaper wigs I own, so don't judge me, thank you.
Wanna live a life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week on Makeup Monday, we are actually gonna do something fun and interesting. I went to Ulta and got a haul of stuff that I wanted to get, and then I got a bunch of free stuff with it because they were doing certain promo codes where, or not, I guess not promo codes, but they were just doing stuff in store that I didn't even realize until I walked out there, that they were giving away free products with certain purchases. And this was something that I've been wanting to try out for a really long time. So the majority of this is going to be Revolution. So Revolution is actually similar to Morphe as far as price point and products, but they are based out of London. So they don't really get as much of a reputation here in the States as they do in London. You can find them at Ulta, and you can also find them online, of course, on their website. But they've released some really awesome stuff that hasn't really been talked about quite yet. So I grabbed some palettes and I'm really excited to try them. I'm a little nervous. I had one experience with their foundation a while back and it was just not for me. For some reason, my skin was just not about it. So we're gonna try out these products. And I have a couple different products that I wanna try as well in this video, but they are not from Revolution, but you know, I'll let you know what those are. But the majority of this video is gonna be Revolution. So if you guys wanna see what I create, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I picked up from Ulta. So the first thing I wanted to get was the Revolution Bronze and Glow palette. So it's this little guy here. Literally looks like a chocolate bar. It's so cute. It's like the size of my hand. There is a bronzer on one side and then there is a highlight on the other side. By the way, this company is cruelty-free and vegan. So if you are about that life, this company is all of that. So basically you got this little chocolate component here, which is super cute with the gold, you know, dripping down, which I love a good gold moment. But as you can see here, we got the bronzer on this side and we got the highlights on this side. So I'm gonna do a quick swatch on my hand just because I wanna see how they perform before I actually put them on my face. Okay, so let's see. Do here. Oh, it's a light bronzer. I don't know if that's gonna be dark enough for me. So as you can see, the bronzer's on the back of my hand. Now I do have a spray tan on right now, so I don't know if that's part of the issue, but it seems really light to be a bronzer and kind of white too. I don't know, we'll see how it performs on the face. And then the highlight, go ahead. That's pretty. Okay. Let's see how it swatches though. Okay, see that highlight is really, really pretty. So let me kind of go here. So that highlight is super, super pretty. I actually really like that. And the highlight is really soft. So is the bronzer. We'll have to see how this performs on the face. The second thing that I got is the Revolution Coconut Scented Baking Powder. So it is this little guy here. It comes with really cute packaging on the front. And this is the coconut. So it's a white powder, just a white setting powder. I really don't know if this one is translucent or not. They had other ones too. They had a banana powder that was yellow and it smelled like bananas. So I figured since this one was the white powder, as you can see, I'll show you on the side. So this is a whiter powder. So I was assuming that it's translucent, but the big deal with this is it's actually supposed to smell like coconut. So let's see what we got. Okay, cute. So whenever you open it, it comes with a little puff. Everybody loves a little puff. And there is the seal on it. So let me go ahead and rip that seal off with my nails. Okay, so here it is. I dumped some into the actual tin there. Oh my god, it really does smell like coconut. That smells really good. Okay, so the next thing that I got, which I was super stoked about, and I am just hoping and praying that these shadows are so good because I saw this palette and just like had to have it. This is the Revolution Birds of Paradise palette, and it looks like this, and it's so pretty. So as you can see, I'll get it closer. There we go. So we got a full feather fantasy here, all colors of the rainbow. And the one thing that I love about their eyeshadow products, I don't know why this is such a thing to me, but a lot of their eyeshadow products come in like this, like very hard metal tin. And for some reason, I don't know why I like that so much. I just feel like that's high quality versus like a paper palette. And I also feel like it kind of protects the shadows a little bit more. And they're really not super thick, as you can see. It's a kind of a normal size palette. So when we open it up, this is what we got on the inside here. And I am so excited to try this palette because it's got some very bright pigments. It's also got some pastels in it, and then we got some glitters, which I really love. They're really, the only thing with this palette is there's really not any neutrals to it, which I have no issue with at all because I want to do something really cool and really crazy with this palette. So I'm not mad that there aren't any neutral colors in here. So I'm just gonna swatch a couple colors that really catch my eye. I just wanna see the fantasy of this palette and just, you know, hope that they perform. Of course, swatches do perform differently than on the eye, so, you know, we're gonna have to make final judgments when we actually put the shadow on the eye. But the first one that I'm going to swatch here, that my eye is just drawn to, is gonna be this one that's called Take Flight. This is like my favorite color. It's like almost like a teal aqua blue. And as far as what I can see here, they're really not pressed hard. They're kind of soft pigments, which I'm not gonna lie, I know some people don't like that because of the fallout and whatever, but I actually really like soft pigments. I feel like they're very easy to work with and they're very easy to blend. So I'm not mad about that. But let's see here. So let's see how this swatches here. Ooh, see, that's pretty. That's super pretty. And so let's see, the next one that I do want to swatch, I want to swatch this green right here in the middle because I feel like I have yet to find a really good green. I do feel like this one's pressed a little bit harder than the rest. So let's see, that's it on my finger. Looks really nice, and let's see how it swatches on the hand. Not as much payoff as you can see. And of course the back of my hand has no primers or anything on it right now, so we gotta give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a pretty green. It's a very light green, a very pastel green, which I'm okay with because I don't own any pastels. So let's see, the next one I wanna do is this yellow called Canary. I do have to say one thing that I'm just noticing, this little pigment right here, this is like one of those glitter shadows. I really truly hate those, but I don't really like the glitter shadows as much because whenever I do glitter, I always use a clear eyelash glue to put my glitter on just to make sure there's no fallout onto the face. I really like my glitter to be secure whenever I do use glitter, so I'm just not really a fan of those type of eyeshadows. I'm so nervous. I just hate these shadows so much. They just freak me out. Just like, oh. I feel like they mix these shadows with Vaseline, and I know that that's not what they do. I know it's not, but just like the way that they apply just reminds me of like Vaseline mixed with glitter, and it just like, it stresses me out. But, okay. I already hate the texture. I hate the texture with my finger in it. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna get over it, I swear. All right, here it is on my finger. Obviously very, very chunky because it is a glitter pigment. I don't even want to swatch this. I have anxiety right now. You know what? I'm gonna swatch it right here. I'm gonna swatch it on my hand and we're gonna swatch it together. We're just gonna see how it performs, and it may surprise me. I don't know. Okay, let's go. So this is what it looks like on my hand. So still like chunky. You can see that there are some spots like missing in there, and it just, it's just one of those things. I think it's just like a very personal thing for me. I just hate shadows like that. And the reason why, so like if I'm wearing glitter, I want it to be like stuck to my eyeball. I don't want it to come off. I don't want the wind to blow and it to be dropped all over the side of my face or down my face. I don't need to be a fairy during the day. So the one thing that I really hate about these, like I just swatched this, right? Just, okay, so watch, and whoop, and half of it's gone because it's on my finger. There we go. There it is. That's just the only problem I have with those type of shadows. I get it, they're really cool. And you know what, if you like it, to each your own. Just for me, I gotta have something like just more solid, more in place. I feel like I could probably use an eyeshadow glue underneath that and pat it on top and like really lock it in. But at that point, I would probably just use a glitter. And it is such an odd palette. I don't know how I feel about it. They showed it to me at the store and I was like, oh. All right, so let's go ahead and just get on with this video here. So I already put on my base, obviously. What I want to do is I'm gonna put on my concealer like I normally do, and then I'm gonna set it with this powder, and I wanna see how the powder performs. And since we're gonna be doing a pretty colorful look, I'm gonna, you know, bake underneath my eyes so all the fallout kind of catches it, and then we'll actually see how the powder performs and if I like it in the formula. So of course I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is the one that I always use. And we are just gonna apply this under the eyes. I think I've done 1,000 videos of this on my Instagram at this point of how I do all my concealer. So if you want to have a detailed tutorial, let me know. But I go all the way up the bridge of my nose and bring it down. And then I'm gonna put some on my temple, down the bridge of my nose, like I always do, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, and then right here on the chin. And we're gonna go ahead and blend that out with our trusty beauty blender. And I also think I'm gonna use this concealer up on my eyelid. It's just kind of gonna be a primer for the shadows. I already did my brows earlier, so they are kind of filled, but not like super crazy filled or anything. I just wanted to do something pretty light and just have them done. Before all this dries, I'm gonna go ahead and bust into this powder, and I'm actually gonna use the little puff that it came with to just really get in there. So what I like to do is I'll fold the little puff, like I fold it like a little taco with like the band up at the top, and I'll just press in there, and then we're gonna go right up to the nose, and we're gonna really bake. We're gonna bake and set this entire under eye area. Now I gotta say, the smell of this is divine. I mean, divine. I love coconut. I'm a coconut person, so like if you don't like coconut, you're probably not gonna like this, but it smells so good when you're putting it on. And the other thing that I really like about it is it's really light. Like it does not feel like a heavy powder, and I am putting a lot on there, like a lot. I'm gonna do a little bit amount around the mouth because I like to crease there because I'm getting old. Then we're gonna do a little bit on the chin. We're gonna do some on the temple. And then I'm gonna put this down the bridge of the nose as well. And we're just gonna let all of that bake, and we're gonna see what happens. It's actually very thin, like it's a very thin powder. So I think I stand. I think I like this. I don't know, we'll see how it performs at the end. Of course, that's gonna be the tell-all of everything. All right, so what we're gonna do trying to think of what kind of eye look I want to do, and I'm just so inspired by this palette that I just want to use all of them. Like literally I want to use every color in here and just see what I can create, but I'm obviously not gonna do that. So the first color that I am gonna go for in my crease is going to be the color Macaw. So Macaw is kind of like a lighter blue color in the palette, and I think that would be good to start with. I'm gonna use this pretty dense brush, which is stained by a pink pigment, but that's okay. But we're gonna take Macaw and we're gonna put that right into the crease, and that's what we're gonna start this look with. So I kind of like, with these colors, I kind of like to pat them in first, get full pigment payout here. And I'm gonna kind of extend this towards the brow bone. I'm gonna connect it right here on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna stop like right there, like right in the center. And then what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna use Take Flight, which was that kind of teal color. I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna put this right over it into the crease. This seems to be a little more on the teal side. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. Okay. I can see where we're going from here. Now I'm gonna take that teal color and I'm gonna kind of bring that in. Now as y'all can see, I'm not really doing any buffing yet. I'm really just placing the color, making sure that it gets really stuck on the lid there. I'm just gonna kind of bring that into this part here. Kind of just connect all of this together right here on the outer corner. And I'm gonna bring this in just a little bit. These pigments are very powdery, just a heads up. There's kind of fallout in the pan, but I think they're performing pretty well on the eye, so I'm not mad about the fallout, to be honest. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a fluffier brush. This is a Morphe M504, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly buff on the top and the bottom. Kind of just like that. So lightly kind of blend it out. Next, I want to use that dark purple, so the Adventure color, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner just to deepen up this area right here. So I'm just gonna place that right in the outer corner. Then I'm gonna kind of bring it out just a little bit. Kind of mix with that blue right on the outside there. Okay, so my camera wasn't recording, sorry. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that Island color, which is that pastel purple that I was talking about. And what I did is I took that on a Morphe M506, which is a really tiny brush, and I just concentrated that right on the inner corner right here and kind of feathered that up towards the brow to get this very weird looking shape. And then I kind of blended it in with the Take Flight color, and then I brought that Take Flight color really far down, right in there. And I'm also gonna take this tiny brush, and I am just going to kind of blend this little purple that we did with this blue, and just really make sure that it's nice and soft and blended out with no harsh lines, because we do not like any harsh lines. Now what I'm trying to decide is what I want to do on the inside of the eye. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to use this yellow just because I'm curious, so I hope I don't like screw this look up right now. But I'm gonna use this canary color, which is this yellow, and I'm gonna put it right in here, right in between the purple and the blue. And I'm also gonna push that up towards the brow. And then towards the end here, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of patting and pulling it out like that. So it kind of fades out just a little bit. And then there's this white color in here called Cockatoo. I'm gonna take a little bit of that white color and I'm just gonna put it in this little empty space right here underneath the brow bone. And I'm gonna just kind of blend it with the yellow. So I think what I wanna do is I wanna take the color Vacay, which is this super hot pink color, and I think I wanna put that on the lid, but I'm trying to decide if I wanna cut the crease or not. Cutting a crease is just kind of a pain. So I don't think I'm gonna cut the crease this time. So I think that that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna use the Vacay color and I'm just gonna kind of blend that in with everything else without cutting the crease. So we're just gonna start that here. Really just pat that color in. Bring it towards the inner corner. And then we're just gonna kind of blend that color with everything else. I'm gonna take this pretty flat synthetic brush and I'm gonna dip into that Hot Tropic color. And this is, oh my gosh, it's so soft. It's like, oh, it's just moving around in the pan. No. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right over the pink. Since it's got a pink blue undertone, I think it would be super pretty to just tie all this together here. I like it a lot. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this, I'm not gonna lie. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera really quickly, and then I will be right back to try out the rest of these products and finish this up. Okay, let me zoom this in closer so I can show you what I did. So what I did, I took the kind of like lighter purple and put that underneath, and then I took the pink and popped that there and then blended a little bit of the blue. What I did is I took this Stila, which is this one right here, and this is in the color Smoky Storm. And anytime that I do this where I'm like trying to get it to focus, where I'm putting glitter like in there, and then I also cut out this little triangle and then like a little wing. Very small details that I did, but typically whenever I do those details, I will use a little bitty brush like this. This is just like a painter's brush that I've had in my collection for a really long time. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off this powder. I'll use a big fluffy brush like this, and we're just gonna kind of lightly dust. And right when I get underneath my eyes to catch any fallout, I like to go here and then sweep. So we're sweeping it all away. Now as far as the powder goes, I actually really like it. I think it actually did really well. I'm actually really impressed with that powder. I think that's probably my favorite thing so far. So let's go ahead and we're gonna use this contour palette. So this is that bronzing contour palette. I really don't think it's gonna be dark enough. It looks really cool toned, which I feel like I am a more warm tone person. But we're gonna go ahead and go in with the bronzing side here. Oh, you know what? That's actually really pretty. Huh, that is so weird. Whenever I swatched it on my hand, it seemed very cool toned. But now that I'm actually putting it on my face, it actually looks really nice. It is pretty movable, so I love that. It does actually look like this has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I'm not mad about, but I'm also not crazy about a sheen. But you know, that's all right, it's a bronzer. And do the other side here. I love this highlighter. When I swatched it, I thought it was stunning. So we're gonna get that on the brush seat. That's what it should do. Oh. Ooh, yes. Oh, I'm living for that. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, y'all can't stop me now. Y'all can't stop me now. Look at that. Oh my God. Like, are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Looks like there is glass on my face. It's like glass on my face. I have no words. I actually think the contour looks so pretty and like warm, and oh my God, look at that highlight. Like, girl, feeling this. I'm feeling this. I like this, I'm feeling it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna put on a pair of false lashes, and then we'll be back to do the lips. Okay guys, so we are back, and basically what I did is I just put on a really simple lash, nothing too big, and then I put just like a tiny bit of mascara on them just to make them pop a little bit more. I did decide that I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these Kylie lips. I actually lined my lips already with the Morphe Sweet Tea liner, and the one that I really want to try is this kind of like nude one with the topper on it. I want to do both because I'm extra like that. But this one is, let's see, this is in the color, oh, this is Chloe's color. Okay, so this is in the color Chloe, so this is what we're gonna use, and then this is the topper, which is called, damn Gina. Damn Gina. I'm obsessed with that. That's super cute. I want to see if this actually says it's a gloss. Yes, it does. Okay, so this one says it's a gloss. This one says it's matte. So let's go ahead. I want to apply this matte one and just see how it performs on my lips and do a little review of that and just see how we feel. Okay, so it's like pink. I thought it was more nude, but it could just be my light. Okay, so as far as I see here, let me just kind of look up close in the mirror. I think the coverage is really good, actually. I dunked it once and I literally got full coverage. Like, I did not dunk it a second time. Like, I literally dunked it once. And I think the coverage is good. Ooh, it dried down to like a soft matte. Like, this is a matte lipstick, but it's like it doesn't feel thick, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like very soft and nice. And it actually dried really quickly, which is, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think the one critique I would have about this is the damn doe foot that's in this thing. Like, look how tiny it is. The doe foot in this is so small. I do not like the doe foot in that at all. That's probably the one critique that I would have, is the doe foot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use the Damn Gina lip gloss topper because it looks stunning. Ooh, this one's got a little brush. So you see here? Little bitty brush. Love that so much better. I already like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just wipe off the excess here. And we're gonna put this on as a topper. Oh yeah, that topper is so pretty. Side note, I love the little brush that's in here. That was very interesting and different for a gloss, but super easy to apply. It doesn't feel sticky, which I like that, so my lips aren't sticking together. I actually like this. For trying it for the first time and being behind the hype, I like it. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. That's all I got. So I think out of everything, I think I like this palette the most. It's really hard between this powder and this palette. So even looking at where I set my eyes, like the powder sets so nicely. It's almost like blurring in a way. I have like the worst wrinkles under my eyes, so we are just not gonna talk about it. I don't think there's anything that could save that besides, you know, like injections. But other than that, I really think that those two are my favorite. I think the highlighter in this palette was out. I mean, it's still just beaming. It is completely out of this world. I'm so obsessed with that. Other than that, guys, that is it for this look. I really hope you enjoyed watching me create this. And of course, if you recreate it, tag me on your Instagram and I will absolutely feature you on my story because I love seeing when people recreate my work. Of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell button so you are notified whenever I post new videos, which is pretty much every Monday because that's our Makeup Monday. And make sure to like this video, of course, and follow all my social media, which I will link below. I am on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I am on Facebook. I don't use that much, and I'm not a fan of Twitter, so sorry. But thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me and being part of my channel, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this look. And I will see you guys on the next Makeup Monday. Bye guys.